Welcome to day 3 of my Pilates challenge. Today we're going to focus on arms and abs. So I recommend having a really light set of dumbbells. They could be 1 pound to 5 pounds. 2 to 3 is probably perfect, as we will be doubling them up for some exercises. If you don't have dumbbells, you don't need them, and you also could just use, just do it without, or use like a can of soup or like a small water bottle that you can hold in your hand. So those are some options. I tried to keep it really simple so that if you didn't have dumbbells, you could still do this workout. So we're gonna set them down for now, and we're gonna start standing with legs wide. We're just gonna kind of warm up the body a little bit in case you're coming into this workout cold, or it's a great thing to do like before or after a run, or just a walk outside. So we're gonna start, we're just gonna take the arm across, twisting onto our back toe, and we're just gonna shift side to side. So kind of pushing the air away from you. And maybe exhale as you go across. Just again, we're just warming through the body here, kind of getting a little rotation as well. So we have 10 seconds here. For 3, 2, last one. All right, now we're gonna go across. So we're gonna take one arm behind and one arm towards the floor. You're gonna feel a little stretch in the inner thigh, which is nice, and just side to side. Nice job. We got 10 seconds here. Last one, and come all the way up. We're gonna come to the end of our mat. We're gonna take a deep inhale to reach high, and then we're gonna exhale, fold at the waist, and walk the fingertips. So we're coming into a plank position. So this is one of my favorite ways to warm up the whole body, is in a plank. Tuck that tailbone under. Squeeze the glutes, reach the heels behind you. Taking some deep breaths. We're going to hold this for 15 more seconds. Doing great, 10 seconds to go. And go ahead and drop those knees. Sit back into a child's pose. Maybe rock side to side. All right, coming back onto hands and knees. So make sure your hand is right under your shoulder. So we're in a tabletop position. What we're gonna do from here is we're gonna tuck our back toes under, and we're just gonna hover those knees off the ground. So we're in a tabletop plank. And this can warm up the core, the shoulders, and the quads are gonna feel it as well. Just warming here. 4, 3, 2, and lower the knees. Give yourself a little rest. All right, coming back up. This time we're gonna kind of add to these. So if ever we do something that's too much or you're just not ready for, go back to the first exercise, okay? So for this next one, we're gonna come up into tabletop plank. We're gonna step one foot back, other foot back, and in. And then switch sides as to which one you do first, which is actually more of a mental challenge than anything, just to remember which side you stepped in and out with. One more, stepping out last time, and then hold, and lower. Nice job. Again, sitting back. Okay, and again, you can always stick with just the tabletop plank, although this one feels kind of nice as a stretch as well. So coming into that tabletop plank, we're gonna press back to down dog, hold for a moment, and then hover back in tabletop plank. And back, and forward, and back, and forward, and back, and forward. Nice work. One more. And forward, and lower. Nice job. Maybe give those wrists a little break. Round out each one. Okay, last tabletop plank exercise we're gonna do here is we're gonna lift those knees, and this time we're gonna tap opposite shoulder. And we're gonna try not to rock too much side to side. There's gonna be a little bit. We're trying not to lean all of our weight to one. Into our feet, I guess. We are putting all of our weight into one hand. For 3, 2, last one. Nice job. All right. Give those arms a break. We are going to be on our palms again. If you have like a normal yoga mat, sometimes people will roll their mat and give a little more support for their wrist. But we are going to be on the hands and knees. If your knees get bothersome, you can take like a pillow, put it right under the knees, okay? So we're going to take one of our dumbbells, and we're going to start with triceps today. So I want you to row that tricep in, or your elbow in, so it's in line with your spine, and we're just going to kick back. So just starting with a tricep kick back, and we're going to be here for about 30 seconds. So every time you take the arm straight behind you, squeeze the tricep. And keep that breathing flowing. We have 10 more seconds. Nice job. Okay, last one, hold the arm back, and we're gonna tap the dumbbell down and lift. So this time straight arm, still working the triceps. Nice job. You got about 10 seconds. Okay, hold it at the top for 8 count. We're going to make a circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lower. Nice job. Okay, put a little soft bend in your elbow. What we're going to do now is we're going to take the dumbbell out. Try not to open up your body too much. Keep your chest facing the ground. And then we're going to take the dumbbell under and reach across the mat. So let me turn, just in case you can't quite see what I was doing. You're going to take the dumbbell under, and then you're going to open up to a rear deltoid fly. So just getting a good range of motion exercise here as well. So just kind of opening up the back of the shoulder, the upper back, really thinking about lifting that arm enough that our scapula is going to touch our spine. Think about cracking a nut between your scapula and your spine. We're going to go for 3, 2, last one, hold it and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay, come up, the same arm that's holding the dumbbell. If you want more weight, you can hold 2 dumbbells for this one. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the arm bent here, and we're just going to put a little hinge in our hips first. Let's actually start with the arm straight. So we're going to put a little hinge in the hips. We're going to bend the elbow like a bicep curl, and then we're going to reach the dumbbells out. So we're going to bring it in. We're going to curl and reach. Curl and reach. Nice job. Now again, easy fix. If this is too much weight, just go to 1 dumbbell. If you have heavier dumbbells, you can do that, but be careful as you're reaching forward, you might need to keep that lighter weight. Nice job. We're just going to do 3 more like this. Last one. Nice job. Okay, stand up straight. We're going to take that arm. I'm going to face you. We're going to take that arm all the way up, down, and curl. Up, down, curl. Nice work. So really focusing on those postural muscles here. Trying to not let too much tension get into the neck as well, so keep those shoulders down. Nice work. Last one we're going to do here, curl, and we're going to curl just halfway down, halfway up, halfway down, halfway up. Make sure you pause at that bottom, that halfway point. I'm going to go for 3, 2, last one. Now all the way down, halfway up. Okay, all the way, just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay, we're going to set one dumbbell down, and the opposite leg is going to go out to the side. So you can turn on your mat if you need to. Obviously, I turn to face you. So if you've done this maybe in my class before and you know right away the weight will be too much, you can put the weight down. We're going to take it up overhead. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop to the side, and then we're going to pull back up. So we're focusing on the obliques here, the love handles, our side abdominals, okay? So we want to just go to the side and try not to lean forward or backwards. Just a little tip here. Tuck that tailbone under so you're not booty popping out behind you or keeping the core engaged. We got 3 more. Last one. Nice job. Take that weight down, and let's just enjoy a little side stretch here. Let's reach toward our toes, arms up overhead. Nice stretch to the side that we just worked. All right, so we're going to do all of that on the other side. So I'm going to turn so my working side is facing the camera. You're going to grab that dumbbell, and we're starting with the tricep kickback. So elbow comes in, we're going to just kick back and squeeze that tricep every time. And we got 30 seconds for these. Nice work. Last one, hold it back there. We're going to tap down and lift. Down, lift. Nice work. Doing great. You have 3, 2, last one, hold it for 8 count. We're going to go in a circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. We're going to take that dumbbell, put a soft bend in your elbow. You're going to reach underneath you, and then you're going to open up to the side. Doing great. We have just 2 more. Last one, you're going to hold it and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. All right, come up onto your knees, grab your other dumbbell, and we're going to start by putting a little hinge in our hip, and we're going to go into that curl and reach. Let me situate my dumbbells better. So we're going to curl and reach. Bring it back. Curl, reach. Bring it back. Getting some shoulder, some biceps, a little bit of back and tricep too. As you bring that dumbbell down, if you squeeze that arm, really engage the tricep on the lowering. Nice job. We're going for one more. Great work. Go ahead and stand all the way up. We're going to take the dumbbells up overhead, down, and curl. So nice little, almost like a half a jumping jack. Maybe a quarter of the jumping jack, because we're not using our legs and we're only using one arm. And we added a bicep curl, so maybe it was a bad comparison. Nice job. Give it a little curl. Doing awesome. We're just going to do one more. We're going to bring it down and we're just going to go into that full curl. And then we're going to bring it just halfway down, curl up. Halfway down, curl up. Nice. For 3, 2, last one. Now all the way down, halfway up. Just kind of hitting the bicep a little differently. That challenge in that middle where you have to pause. It's like a little plank for your bicep. I feel like everyone understands when you call it a plank instead of an isometric contraction. All right, and then all the way up, all the way down. Just for 2 more. Last one. Nice work. Set one of those dumbbells down. Take the other leg out. Remember, you can always do this without the dumbbell. We're just going to tip side and lift. We don't want to lean back. We don't want to lean forward. We want to make this all about the obliques, really targeting that muscle group. Nice job. We have 3 more to go. 2. Last one. Nice job. Set the dumbbell down. We'll give ourselves a little stretch to the side. All right, we are going to come down to the mat. We have just 2 core exercises to finish today. So we got some arm in there as well. So we're going to come onto our back. We're going to take the dumbbell straight up to the ceiling, and then we're going to bring the other knee into the chest. So we're going to start by warming up the upper body side first. Just get familiar with that movement. We're going to take the dumbbell slowly up overhead and pull it in. Nice. All right, once you feel pretty good with that, we'll take the leg out as well and crunch it in. Excellent. Now if this feels easy for you, then bring your head and you can take that other hand behind the head, bring the head and chest up, and add a little more of a crunch here by just holding at the top. Great work. For 3, 2, last one. Go ahead and set that dumbbell down. We're going to take both hands behind the head, bring both knees up. Before we do the other side, we're going to do a little crisscross here. So we're going to take opposite elbow to opposite knee and crunch. Switching sides. Nice work. Really try to bring that whole shoulder up. Go at your own pace here because I really want you to try to take that elbow as close or past the knee as you can on each crunch. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Rest it down. Get that dumbbell, bring it to the other hand. Knee comes in. We're going to start with just the arm up overhead. Make sure this feels okay in your shoulder. You can always do it without the dumbbell or grab a lighter dumbbell. Okay, when you feel good, take the leg out. Remember, exhaling on the effort here. Okay, if we're feeling strong, we're going to bring the head and shoulders up. Really engage the core here. Doing great. We're going to go for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, everyone. All right, rest down. So this next exercise, you get to decide if you believe you're a beginner or intermediate or advanced. So for intermediate advanced, we're going to take our dumbbell, put it in the arches of our feet, so our feet are holding the dumbbell, and straighten the feet overhead. If you're a beginner, just make a triangle with your feet without the dumbbell. So we're going to bring the hands behind the head, lift the head and shoulders. We're just going to lower the legs down and lift. Down and lift. Doesn't have to be a lot. We want to keep our lower back on the floor as much as possible. So if you feel your back popping up, don't move the legs quite so far down. You might be able to bring your legs further than I can. That's great. You might see me shaking as we lower. That's normal too. I'm going to go for 3 more. Working our transverse abdominis here. Last one. Okay, bring the knees in. Straighten out. Don't drop the dumbbell. Press out. We're going for 4 more. 3, 2, finish strong. Last one. Nice job. Bring your arms in, grab the dumbbell, and rest down. Okay, we're going to roll onto our stomach. Just one last stretch here. Hands come under the shoulders. Press yourself away. Let those abs stretch. Maybe look over one shoulder. Look over the other shoulder. And sit back. This video went a little over your 20 minutes, but you got some bonus minutes today. That's what we'll call them. Go ahead and come up. Take the arm across for a little stretch. As always, feel free to stretch a little longer after these workouts. We're just doing the minimum here. I personally like to work out earlier in the day and do all my stretching in the evening. So maybe you don't like to do them at the same time. All right, thank you guys for joining me for day 3, and I hope that you'll be back for day 4.